Okay, so if any of you follow John Chambers, who is the former CEO and now executive chairman of Cisco, you'll be quite familiar with this story. But during John's tenure, Cisco acquired about 150 different companies and became one of the world's largest and most valuable companies. But during these years, many of his competition essentially disappeared, and I'm sure we can all think of lots of examples of people that were in that market that no longer are around. Because without the ability to reinvent themselves, those companies just simply got left behind. So, you know, the key to growth that John talks about is to constantly innovate. You know, don't keep doing the same thing for too long. So in fact, he said that before 2005, companies needed to reinvent themselves about every 5 to 7 years. Whereas from 2005 to 2015, that dropped to every 2 to 3 years. And today, in his opinion, that needs to change every 1 to 2 years. So that's an incredible amount of adaptation for large enterprises in such a short period of time. And particularly when you think that a lot of enterprise-wide people and process technology projects can take anywhere between 18 and 24 months to actually implement. So without that ability to adapt in a fast-changing environment, your teams are going to struggle to stay on top. So clearly, adaptability is critical. But I'm also going to take you through some statistics, which is specifically what a lot of the people who pre-requested information, pre-requested, pre-logged call questions I've asked for, and specifically stats that impact the enormity of selling today and the task at hand for sales organizations and frontline sales managers. So you know, on the screen here, you can see this is a commonly known stat, one that reflects really the fundamental change in the buying process. So while the world of sales has changed dramatically, I think certainly over the time that I've been involved in sales, also the buyer's world is changing fast as well. So for example, we know that most of the information that buyers need to buy products or services today is online. And often customers have started to form their own preferences before they've even made contact with you or talk to your organization. So when a customer comes into first contact, they may have already got preconceived ideas, right or wrong. So sales execs need to be able to add value in completely new ways. And the information they share has got to be, has got to add meaningful context, speak to the specific needs of the buyer. And this is not an easy task and clearly requires a depth of knowledge and coaching to develop the skills required to hold an adaptable conversation, relevant to the customer.